and jump into it. Shalom. Can everybody hear me okay? I'll do the best I can to speak up. Excuse me. All right. Hey, shalom, beloved. Shalom, shalom. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. My plan is to keep this short, but we'll see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushua. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahushua. Call Halimlah Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahushua. Bahashem. Rakakadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of his Son and our Lord and Savior, Yahushua. Much respect and honor to the brothers that are doing the work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so, pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Salutations to the hopeful elect that is scattered abroad. Double honor and respect to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Coming back at you with another lesson. Pharaoh is become brutish. So we learn from studying the scriptures that the modern day Pharaoh is talking about Esau, aka the king of Babylon. So he has different titles and positions, but ultimately he is that man of sin, the son of perdition. So really the Most High is causing him to reveal himself. Now there's laws. You can't speak against the wicked. Remember Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So they control the media outlets. So now when you speak against those that's contaminating the water supply, spraying contaminants in the air, causing wars, going after other nations' resources, when you speak against those that control the mainstream, then all of a sudden you're a problem. So free speech is under attack. The so-called liberty that we've gone to different wars and fought for is under attack. Truth is under attack. Now there's a very violent cancel culture underway. When you tell the truth, you got to dodge a sledgehammer. because it's distasteful to call out those that are ruling over us. It makes people uncomfortable to call out our so-called elected leaders that are doing things that are just abominable, brutish, illegal, unrighteous, immoral. So the entire society is getting moved by this truth hitting the airwaves. Let's go ahead and visit the comment board. And then I want to go into something, and I want to take a close examination as to what's happening real time. Let's go into the comment board, and then I want to go. Isaiah 32 and 7, Brother Gabar Ayash. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. Even when the needy speak upright. See? So those that are speaking upright are beginning to get targeted or demonized. So remember, the campaign of demonization starts with slander, deception, misdirection, and then ultimately being targeted or deemed as dissenters or causing sedition. You see, all of a sudden now you're causing sedition, uprisings, unrest. Many of these people at these protests, they're showing up at multiple protests in different states. They're being called out on camera, hired actors, if you will, to cause chaos, to cause disruption. So the instruments of the churl, when you go into that word churl, it's a villain, or a person that is behind the curtain, if you will, the shadow of the wicked. Let's read that again. Isaiah 32 and 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak upright. So that is where we are today. Free speech is being censored now. Free speech is being deemed hate speech. Now the cancel culture is beginning to strengthen itself against speaking out truth. It's hurtful because the people that are in rulership are behind the chaos. The order of the global elite is order out of chaos. Brother GMS must endure. Proverbs 29 and 27. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. So light and darkness cannot cohabitate. So this is creating an uprising in the land. It's creating discomfort. It's creating friction. It's creating a clash. There's a reason the Civil War movie came out last month, because the powers that be is stirring the pot. Now, many of those that are losing their lands overseas, we know where the war is occurring. They're being given free reins to come here and settle down now, given housing and stipends. Now you got an influx of people coming over here, but yet America has lost 300,000 jobs. So at the same time the jobs are being lost, you have an influx of immigrants coming over here and illegals. So now you got a competition for resources, and simultaneously the supply chain pipeline is being squeezed. So ultimately what you're going to have is a clash between the haves and have-nots, and a competition for resources, food, water, jobs. You see, Brother GMS Kabar Adama, Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. So the pot is being stirred up on purpose, order out of chaos, create the problem, cause a restricted supply line or restricted supply chain restriction. And then ultimately, what you're going to have is a competition for resources and ultimately war, fighting for food, water, fighting for legitimacy. Let's keep going. Brother Gabar Adama, Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So that war is starting internal as well. But really, the main war is going to take place in the Middle East, so-called, which is really Northwest Asia. But you also have dissenters, people in the land that's rising up as well, Egyptian against Egyptian, when we read Isaiah 19. So there are wars happening domestically. Everything is going to lead to a global world war or Armageddon. But they're going to mandate order out of chaos through a digital electronic tagging device. That's the major prophecy. So this is why the pot is being stirred up and bringing immigrants over here despite the pre-existing competition for jobs, resources. Now you're going to have a clash between those that are brought over here and those Americans that are so-called homegrown. 2 Ezra 16 and 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So ultimately, this is coming against the Most High's people. Ultimately, they get this clash. There's going to be class warfare. There's going to be philosophical clashes. Not only class warfare, but philosophical clashes against the left and the right. So both sides are being pitted one against another, when in reality, the enemy are the international bankers, the global elite. But how do you stand a chance against an overwhelming majority? You create division, divide and conquer, religious divisions, philosophical divisions, economic divisions and clashes, racial clashes and divisions. So you must divide up the pot and then stir it up and shake it up in order to cause internal strife, internal bloodshed. That's less people that you have to worry about coming against the existing ruling authority. So it is an old military strategy. 2 Ezra 16 and 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So many UN troops have already been brought over here on temporary duty, given a monthly stipend, given a little charge card that they can buy goods on, food, gas. They're given housing. They're being put up in lodging or billets, housing. They're given a cell phone. So they're already in position because they understand that there's a limited degree that the National Guard or U.S. forces is going to engage their own citizens to a limited degree. So the same people that you have to rely on to fill your military ranks are angry or becoming dissidents against the government authority. So you have a problem. So now you got to bring in mercenaries, foreign fighters. Every war I've been in, we're killing foreign fighters. Iraq, we're killing foreign fighters. Afghanistan, we're killing foreign fighters. Bosnia, same. So the elites are the shadow government pulling the strings behind the scene. Let's go here. Brother Gabar Ayash, 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another. So these are internal turf wars. You see, turf battles, what you would call territorial skirmishes, turf wars, kind of like in the old Roman Empire, the barbarians, the barbaric hordes is what they would call them. That was one of the thorns in the side of the Roman Empire when they began to fall. So you have a disgruntled military that has already seen 3 years back to back of missing their recruiting objectives. 3 years back to back. You have a demoralized society, and you have a demoralized and low morale defense structure. You see, from every branch that have lost trust and confidence in their leadership. So the same people that you rely on to fill your ranks are against you. Egyptian against Egyptian, pursuant to Isaiah 19. Let's go here. Let's go back to that. 2nd Ezra 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So the chariots of the Lord are pre-postured. They stood up a UFO task force, a watchtower for the so-called UFO task force. That's that one realm against another. So the key leadership structure is in place of the Lord's elect men that is going to be taken up and changed. Saviors are going to judge the Mount of Esau that we read in Obadiah verse 21. So we're living in some very, very exciting times. The tabernacle of David, that switch is going to be turned up in the Lord's men when these chariots show up in the presence of the Lord. The switch is going to ignite the right hand of the battle axe of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, and a terror is going to consume the land. Let's go here. Brother Gabar Adama, Sirach 14 and 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. So we're under tyrants. We're under draconian laws, limited free speech. Yet we have gone and fought wars in order to be able to exercise our First Amendment right. But now our tongues are being censored. Our tongues are being taped up, if you will, or mouths closed, or the same liberties that we fought for. Second Amendment rights are under attack and scrutiny. So the same so-called civil liberties that we fought wars for are being dried up or taken away. So this is hypocrisy, deception, and ultimately total control, tyranny. So we're under a dragon. The Most High is not talking about a man blowing fire out of his mouth. He's talking about the unrighteous decrees. That's fire coming out of his mouth, causing oppression. So it's talking about the elite rulers of this system. Let's go here. Sirach 14:6. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. So this man is going to be divided against himself. He already is. You have right-wing conservatives that are going to come to a cataclysmic headbutt or clash against the left-wing liberals or democratic people. So the two birds or the two wings of the same bird under the international bankers. They fund both sides. So they gave us a illusion of being under a free and democratic system, where really it's all controlled by Edom, Rome, and coming out of that headquarters, London, that control policy. Two wings of the same bird, the eagle, the Dukes of Edom, the international bankers, Rome. Rome never failed. Well, Britain never failed, is what I meant to say. Great Britain never failed. They just delegated authority to the hammer of the earth, the daughter of Babylon, America, and then built a European Union, a beast system with 10 horns, the original NATO nations, out of that system. So they just were relabeled and restamped. Now, of course, the original Roman Empire fell around 1453, where Great Britain, it lost its face as the ruling authority or as the ruling kingdom, but then it just transferred that power to America, the European Union, and NATO, and hid behind that emerging horn or the new horn, that power that emerged, America, European Union, and NATO. So the little horn is America, or the daughter of Babylon. Brother Aramia, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So he's being revealed through his draconian laws, through his brutish system. The people you cannot speak out against is by default those that are in rulership. So they are the shadow government. So when Great Britain lost its prominence, then the little horn of America emerged. And what they did was evolve or grow into a beast system and a global network under the international bankers. Let's go here to Isaiah 19. We're going to go to Isaiah 19. Not going to make this long. Isaiah 19, verse 9. Moreover, they that work in fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof. All that make sluices and ponds for fish. So this economy is collapsing. Most of the textile industries and garment industries, a lot of these industries have moved overseas. So the corporations have yielded to subsidized labor, moving their corporations overseas. Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, the Philippines. So a lot of the jobs are being sucked out of America. And then you're bringing in more and more immigrants and illegals. You see, so you have two converging or diverging arrows, countering one another. Loss of jobs, loss of wages, and then more illegals and immigrants flooding the system. So it's going to create a civil divide, civil war, and internal strife and chaos. Let's read this real quick. Dollar Tree, 600 locations closing. CVS, 900 locations closing. Walgreens, 150 locations closing. Outback Steakhouse have closed 40 stores. The UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs. Citigroup is cutting 20,000 positions. eBay is cutting 1,000 positions. Microsoft is losing 1,900 jobs. Expedia is losing 1,500 positions. Cisco, over 4,000 positions are going away this year. All of this is this year. Apple, 600 jobs lost. Regal Cinema is closing 429 locations. Kroger is closing 413 stores. Foot Locker is losing 400 stores leading up until 2026. And Macy's department stores are closing 150 locations leading up until 2026. Walmart is closing several hundred stores, including 6 super centers. But many of these Walmart locations are going to be converted over to shipping or in processing centers or internment facilities. So 300 jobs are diminishing or going away in the daughter Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Many people are working 2 to 3 jobs. So when you see a list of employed Americans, the numbers are skewed because many of these Americans are working the same jobs. So the numbers are skewed. They're not accurate or they're distorted. So the feds cannot cut interest rates because of the decrease in goods and services, the loss of jobs. And now you're getting in millions of illegals flooding the system. Well, you might say, well, they can work for less. Yeah, but there's competition for resources. Where are you going to house them? Why you think they're allowing squatters to occupy homes now? Who's going to feed them? You're only built to feed a certain population. But yet most of your population are not working now, which is going to lead to famine, drying up of resources. Farmers are selling their land. Many of the farmers are afraid and fearful. There's not enough food to feed during the upcoming harvest to feed the citizens here. Isaiah 19. Let's go back to Isaiah 19 and 14. Isaiah 19, verse 11. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings. So the leadership structure is committing folly. You're beginning to censor free speech, cutting jobs. You're sending upwards of $300 billion overseas to fight wars. Yet domestically, you're not maintaining and sustaining your societal structure. Your bridges, your infrastructure is decaying. People are losing the ability to become self-sufficient, self-reliant. Yet you're continuing to build a war machine. But yet you have nobody that would join your military. 3 years straight, the Army has missed or fail its recruiting goals because the leadership is full of scandal, corruption, and lack sincerity and lack integrity. Many of the politicians are investing in these foreign companies, but they are abandoning the daughter Babylon as a sovereign, independent state or nation. So their allegiance is under the global international system, the international bankers, the power brokers, if you will, the puppet masters. Isaiah 19 and 11, surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings. Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts has purposed upon Egypt. So this is talking about America. What is the Most High's will? What is the prophecy saying? That this place will be judged, that it will slowly collapse. Civil war will break out. Let's read that. Isaiah 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight, every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. The ancient Egyptians did not fight against other distant kingdoms. Neither did they have a internal civil war collapse like this. This is talking about America. Look at your $1 bill. And the Israelites were not being delivered under a divided Egyptian civil war. So this is talking about spiritual Sodom in Egypt, America. Why you think we got an Egyptian obelisk on the $1 bill and a pyramid? Isaiah 19, and so the wise men are losing their ability to enchant or pull the cloak or the veil over the eyes of the citizens. They're consulting with familiar spirits. Blood sacrifice. We're just coming out of the Feast of Beltane, pagan demonic blood sacrificial worship, which started, it goes from about April 19th or so up until May 1st, where they get the term May Day. Matter of fact, let's go up. See, Isaiah 19, verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. So they're consulting with these demonic entities. They worship demons. When you go into that word demon, it means an intellectual being. An intellectual being. Hebrews 4 and 12, Bariach, outline of biblical usage. Barav, wood, of city gates, tribulation, a fortress of the earth as a prison, from Strong's H 1280. Hey, brother, real quick, what's the original word you pulled from in the English? If you'll put that on there, Baba Kasha, for edification, please. What word did you look up, Baba Kasha? Let's go here. Isaiah 19, verse 13. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noth are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. So many of these groups that you see, they are on the payroll, paid, hired opposition. You see, these people are actors. Many of them show up at different scenes of riots. That's been caught now because of technology and the internet. The word was bars in Jeremiah 51 and 30. So the Lord is going to break the bars of Basra. When you go into that word Basra, we'll do it now. It goes into, I don't want to give it away. I got to remember where I saw it. I think it's, let's find it here. Yeah, you just triggered something in the spirit. You just triggered something in the spirit. And I ask brothers and sisters to please pray for Brother Zadok. Brother Zadok, please pray for him and his family. Let's go to Micah 2 and 12. See, bars. So we're in prison in the system under the international bankers, the shadow government, the ruling elite. So when the British Empire fell, then pretty much a re-emergence of power came through a little horn, America, which is joined or part of this global beast system, riding the European Union and NATO countries, and driving policy as a military arm under the decision makers in London, the international bankers, the Rothschilds, which came to America and changed their name to Rockefeller, which really is spiritual. Rockfellows. They dwelt in the clefts of the valleys, in caves of the earth. Edomites. Let's go to back to that word bars from Jeremiah 51 and 30. Micah 2 and 12. Let's go up to verse 11. If a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink. One moment. So this can apply to the daughter of Babylon. Many of the citizens are under a strong delusion. They're under black magic. They're bumping into each other, staring at the black screen, their phones, iPads. So they're under a delusional state of enchantment. Micah 2 and 11, if a man walking in the spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be the prophet of this people. So that wine is what we're putting into our system. Many of us are still intoxicated by this man's system, the American dream, if you will. Opening up a business, getting a CDL license, going to college, getting a university degree. We're still under an oppressive system. Let's just buy real estate. Let's buy property. I've done that. But we're still being taxed into submission. What happens when we die and our burdens of taxes is passed down to our family members? The government takes that property, takes the land, takes the homes, because the family members can't afford to keep up with the graduated income tax, the rising cost of goods, services, and land and property. So this is criminal. It's unrighteous balances. The weights are off in the system. Micah 2 and 12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra. So it's reminding me of what the brother looked up, bars, from Jeremiah 51 and 30. So we're under a prison system. That's why they're trying to collapse the economy, because it's going to lead to a digital device that can be tracked, where you cannot survive without being tagged and tracked like you're a pet or like cattle. See, let's read this again. So the elect is going to be saved out of this prison system, prison houses. Does somebody post that from Isaiah? I think it's 42. Micah 2 and 12. So this is talking about Basra. That's America. And the center of Basra is D.C., the military arm or the hammer of this beast global system. Micah 2 and 12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. They shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. Let's look up Basra. Remember bars or gates. So we're in a prison system in the daughter of Babylon. Let's look up Basra. In the Hebrew, it's Basra. They just transliterated it, which means an enclosure. See? So America is the spiritual walls of Jericho. Hey, we're in spiritual Jericho. I don't see that literally in the scriptures, but we can extrapolate. Basra goes back to enclosure. See? So this is that mother city, that great city, that mighty city that ruled over the kings of the earth. Basra, an enclosure. So they're housing the Lord's sheep in a prison system, bars and gates. Why do I feel like that's in the scriptures? Let me look it up. Wow. When that brother put that on there, it took me there. It's the defense cities. I think it's Zephaniah. Let's go there. I think it's Zephaniah 1. Maybe. Zephaniah 1. Let's read this. Brother Gambar Ayash. Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, restore. See? So the Lord's sheepfold is in the daughter of Babylon. Wow. Let's go to Zephaniah 1. Zephaniah 1. Yep. Verse 15. Let's go to 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even, even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry there bitterly. So many prophets talked about America. Many prophets spoke about America. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. I'm thinking about Revelation 18, when that great city is taken down by fire. Watch this. See, we're in spiritual Jericho, the walls or the bars of Jericho. Zephaniah 1 and 16, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. See? So this is spiritual Jericho, a prison system. There's another one, I think it's in Jeremiah. This Bible is beautiful. Well, let's go back to the brother scripture that triggered that. Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might has failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So the Lord is going to release his prisoners out of this prison system. Her bars are broken. You can't make hey, listen, this Bible is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can't make this storyline up. No director, no producer is this good. That boy's good. That boy's good. No producer is this good. No, sir. Let's go here. Let's go to Psalms 142. Watch this. Psalms 142, verse 6. Attend unto my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutors. Say what? Deliver me from my persecutors, for they are stronger than I. Psalms 142 and 7. Bring my soul out of prison. Say what? Psalms 142, verse 7. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. And the tabernacle of David is going to be brought up and delivered out of the cage of the fowler. See? So see how the Holy Spirit works? The Spirit brought us to Jeremiah 51 and 30. So the Lord was like, go to Zephaniah. Now go to Psalms 142. After you leave Zephaniah 1. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And this devil going down. What crimes? Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever, dog. Whatever, dog. You tripping. Let's go to Psalms 124. So we got to walk in wisdom and speak in dark sayings. More so now. Because the devil is lurking about, seeking whom he may devour. So who wants to come up and say, I'm the devil, monitoring your videos, I'm the devil. See how you can entrap somebody? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See? They make a man an offender for the word, the wicked. So who's going to come up on the net? Hey, that's me. I believe that's me. That's me. See? So it's easy to trap a devil. Let's close out here. Psalms 124 and 1. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, now may Israel say, if it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when men rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick when their wrath was kindled against us. So it's speaking about our adversaries. You see, notice it's going to make a reference to the waters. The woman which thou sawest is that, we got to get it because I'm getting ready to butcher it. It's talking about the daughter of Babylon, America. Revelation 17 and 1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials. And these vials and these angels is talking about phases of judgment. Phases of judgment leading up to the last trumpet or the seventh trump. So it's getting into the phases of judgment that's pertinent to specific angels. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Ooh-wee. So the Lord's people is going to be delivered out of people's multitudes, nations and tongues. The tabernacle of David is getting ready to be erected and restructured and made into a tower of defense. See, Psalms 124, verse 4. Then the waters, say what? Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. So this place is going to be liquefied. Liquefied assets. Hot lava. The heavens is going to pass away with a great noise. And the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, the sound of battle. The sound of battle. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters, say what? Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know. Stop it. Just stop it. So it's talking about the proud. You see, the few, the proud, the brave. You see that? Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. That's the daughter of Babylon, America. Then the waters had overwhelmed us. The stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who have not given us as a prey to their teeth. Their militaries is going to come in like a flood here in the land of the North America. So teeth is synonymous with military. Commanders use that word to this day. Our soul is escaped as a bird. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken. The bars are broken. When you look at a bird cage, it has bars. Let's go back to Jeremiah 51 and 30. See? So Esau is a cunning hunter. Is that not written? Esau is a cunning hunter. I promise you I'm not making this up or pulling this out of my backside. I promise you. See? This is none other than this bars of Babylon. Spiritual Jericho. Let's read that again. The Spirit just nudged me. Psalms 124 and 7. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken and we are escaped. We're going to be delivered from prison. That's why I went to Psalms 142, 6 and 7. Our help, say what? Our help is in the name of the Lord who made the heaven and earth. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. That's who. Who is that? The God of Israel. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Tabernacle of David is going to be released from these bars, from these prison shackles, from these prison houses. The daughter of Babylon. Let's go. Let's go. Let's read this one. Brother GMS must endure. Revelation 18 and 17. Let's get that. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. So these merchant ships are going to see the destruction of Babylon. All these foreign merchant ships coming from these other nations, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Now remember, we got satellite TV nowadays. So they're not going to be looking out of binoculars. Now some of them are going to, well, you got to remember now, when these nuclear missiles hit, you don't want to be anywhere within 500 miles of the shore because the ships are going to be overturned. So most of this is going to be seen through satellite TV, but they're going to be off. They're going to be, in the waters. watching the destruction. Now, you might have some that are close enough to see it with, technology or magnifying lenses. But if you're close to the shores, your ships are going to be all jacked up because nuclear impact is going to create tsunami effects. So through technology or satellite TV, they're going to be witnessing this destruction. Revelation 18:18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? So spiritually, you notice how I said we're in 17, stood afar off. See? Because if you're on that coastline, your ship is going to be sunk by a tsunami from these nuclear missile impacts. It's going to create man-made earthquakes and man-made tsunamis. I think we killed it. Yep. Brother, Hebrews 4:12. Nahum 1:5. The mountains quake. Oh, we got to get that. I got a selfie stick, so I want to get it here. Nahum 1:5. Let's go. Let's go. Nahum 1:5. Well, we got to go up to verse 4. Let's go to verse 4. Let's go to verse 3. Nahum 1:3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. These tornadoes or whirlwinds are created by the angels. The angels execute judgment. There's videos you can capture a so-called UFO or so-called chariot of the Lord. Well, they are chariots of the Lord. So-called UFOs in the eyes of these storms. Angels are doing that. He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry. Remember, the seas are going to be turbulent. Tsunamis effects. He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry, and drive up the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. In America, that hot liquid lava is going to burn into a desert wasteland. So all the water streams is going to dry up because of that extreme heat from this nuclear devastation. So this is going to happen in Babylon. It's going to literally cook itself into a desert. He rebuketh the sea. I'm at Nahum 1:4. He rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry, and drive up the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel, and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Hey, the Lord is coming. The Lord is coming. The creator of the elements, of the earth, of the air, the land, the sea. The Lord is coming. And the earth is going to quake at the presence of our power. And the tabernacle of David is going to be reinstated. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. All praises to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Tabernacle of David is being raised up. All right? Re-promoted and brought back into prominence. And it's going to be changed into a new meaning and take on the new bodies that are awaiting for the Lord's faithful, his elect. Hopefully this has been an edifying lesson. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. And to the wicked, you're going to lose. You're going to lose to the wicked. All right? I'm just telling you. So if you want to come on up on the net and identify who you are, then, well, we'll just go from there. Pursuant to Job 9 and 24. Sticking to the script. Kwam Yasharella. Kwam Yasharella. And abide the bow. What you got next, Lord willing? The man of sin is being revealed pursuant to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and Jeremiah chapter 49. I have made Esau bare. So this man is buck ass naked of all his wickedness and his trifling business, the way he does business, his trifling policies. Kwam Yasharella and the bottom. We got next, Lord willing. Baraka Thumb. Shalom.